Well, here's a live look right now at our nation's capital, where Texas Democrats are spending yet another night in their effort to stop two bills. Democrats say they're too restrictive. Republicans say it's an effort to secure elections. Well, Democrats are defending their stance and vowing to stay in D.C. all session.
Republicans say they're holding down the fort in Austin. Governor Abbott fired back tonight, new here at 10. He says the bills his party wants to pass will provide voter integrity.
That is being proposed adds more hours to voting than what previously exists. Texas is making it far easier to vote time-wise than ever before. There's nobody of any type of background, economic, racial, or what otherwise, who would be deprived of their ability to vote. All the arguments saying that this is a deprivation of the right to vote are completely bogus.
So on the House floor, Speaker Dade Phelan is making it harder for lawmakers to leave while they're in session. Now they can only walk out of the doors with permission slips.
The remaining representatives took a picture today highlighting the magnitude of the absence. GOP lawmakers later met with retired teachers, pledging their support to get them a 13th check. That's a measure that was blocked during the regular session. Speaker Phelan and other Republicans are demanding that Democratic lawmakers who left the state return their per diem paycheck to taxpayers.
Yeah, that would amount to $221 per person if the Democrats stay away until the end of the 30-day session. Democrats saying that's the plan. They're meeting with their counterparts on Capitol Hill and fighting for federal voting legislation.
Our goal is to kill this particular piece of legislation and try to emphasize upon the federal government, the federal Congress and Senate, the need to pass the national legislation of House Bill 1 and House Bill 1 and John Lewis Act.
Democrats say despite reports, their trip is funded through the House Democratic Caucus and donations, not from taxpayer dollars.
And new tonight, the church is on the move. Several different pastors and their congregations will gather and meet in Austin tomorrow.
They say it's time for them to get involved in this fight. 12 News reporter Amelia White is here with more on their plan to bring peace to this Lone Star Showdown.
Jordan Dage, pastors have noticed a divide in this legislative session. They say it's been chaotic, so they're marching and praying for unity while on the grounds of the Capitol building. In just a few hours, the church will meet the Capitol.
I will tell you, we have 3 buses coming out of Dallas, 3 buses coming out of Houston, bus coming out of Tyler, out of Beaumont, out of Brazoria, out of Galveston.
Robert Williams is the lead organizer of Push Democracy Forward. Tomorrow, his group will host Pastors Advocacy Day.
We are bringing the moral, biblical high ground back to the Capitol.
Which is why Beaumont pastor Michael Cooper says he didn't hesitate to join in.
The cry is that there's division. The cry is that they're not on the same page. The cry is that nothing's moving forward. The cry is that no one's communicating.
They said we are bringing our church members, we're bringing our families. This thing took off and has just caught fire, and we're expecting at least 3,000 out here tomorrow.
Julia Rodriguez will be in that number.
The entire nation is looking at what's going on in Texas. And so if, there can be a big groundswelling of voices of Texans going to the Capitol and saying, we're not down with what's going on right now.
Julia and thousands of others say they're doing their part to protect democracy and defend freedom. And it'll all start with prayer.
Pray for peace of mind for our state. We need prayer right now.
Then conversations surrounding the legislative session.
They will be knocking on every single door of every representative that is still here.
Rodriguez says she looks forward to being a part of the change she wishes to see.
You have to use your voice and you have to put your feet on the ground.
Now it's not too late to catch a ride to the Capitol, and you don't even have to sign up. Just show up at the Church of I Am right here in Beaumont at 3 a.m. tomorrow. Amelia White, 12 News.